Don't read the books I have, it's just Liube propaganda excusing how he steals everything and everyone loves him. Yeah, but it's as popular as it is, there's got to be a decent story in there too. The Kunming national government declared war on Sichuan clique. Oh. I just hadn't unpaused. That was silly. And you guys are just on the move. I'm going to say go ahead and attack. Especially if you can assist on the attacks here against Denver. The fall of Denver. Pacific conscripts have been fighting long, difficult skirmishes with the federal government across the Rockies. Today, their efforts came to a close as they finally descended on the city of Denver after a large-scale assault across the South Platte River, Denver being the capital of Colorado and the main federal stronghold in the Great Plains. So we're going to destroy this last little holdout, then I'm going to switch to a northern campaign with these guys. Meanwhile, we've got a big attack going on against Mordred, which if they don't bring in more troops, we will take. Now we're starting to get some experience. Much better. Right, what do we want to do next? CVC? CVC. A proposal has been put forward to expand the Canadian Radio Broadcasting Commission into a fully fledged national radio network, called the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. This would help bring together a divided nation and limit the influence of potentially subversive foreign broadcasts. Actually, resources would be a good idea. The thing is, this leads to even more research speed. Well, we're already kind of ahead of time. You know what? No, this is... You make a good point. We should go for the national resources. Much of the nation's wealth lies in untapped natural resources. While prospecting and exploiting all of these deposits hidden in Canada's wastes and wilderness will take time, we can take advantage of this natural bounty to ensure our strength and independence. Hey, Helson. Kaiserreich's been updated. How is it? It's good.
Ready, sir.
Canada's plays quite differently from how it used to. You can be way more interventionist in America. Which is what we're doing at the moment.
Keep moving.
Do we have any more debuffs? Yes, we do. So, do we want to suppress the Quebecois in St. Lawrence or in Montreal? I suspect Montreal is going to have more factory. Oh no, St. Lawrence has way more. Alright, St. Lawrence it is. Consider yourselves suppressed.
Orders.
Meanwhile, the siege of Madrid continues. And this is really beginning to feel like a siege. The Brazilian royal visit. Prince Imperial of Brazil, Antonio Gastão, visited the Dominion of Canada today, and his trip was quite a pleasant one. Few foreign dignitaries can claim to have fought alongside us in the Welsh Creek. The then exiled prince, denied from joining the French forces due to a law preventing Bourbon royals from doing so, found a loophole and joined the British forces to fight for his adoptive home. Now, an old and warm fellow, he takes upon himself the role of diplomat for his nephew, the Emperor of Brazil, and brought gifts and foodstuffs from that land. Wasn't that nice of him? Okay, that's good. So Brazil is making positive noises towards us. How am I able to send 6 volunteer units? Because we've been going down the intervention focus. Boom! Reports from Madrid confirm the Spanish city has been captured by advancing Carlist troops after long, merciless fighting through the hilly terrain and the old city. Spanish forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Carlist forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. So, tell you to stop. You've actually made a crossing into Toledo, which is pretty nice. Alright, so we've got Irish troops here helping guard. So I think what I want to do is just pack you guys into Toledo and see if we can make a break for Cordoba.
Listen up.
Meanwhile, in America. I don't need to be that close. Kind of have to be. Guangzhou federal government declared war on Kunming national government. Ace pilot promoted. Iceland leaves Mittel Europa. The people of Iceland have elected to leave the Mittel European sphere and attempt to forge a new web of independent trade. This could be an opportunity for us to find an ally close to the home isles. Guessing that's a focus. Maybe not.
Yes, sir. Keep moving.
Three Irish Guard units in there. Nice. So once you've won this fight, we'll be able to push out and hopefully do a bit more damage. December 37, so continue down that focus.
Ready, sir.
Attack. Improved aeroplane catapult. It is now December 37, so we're going to wait until January 38. We'll start getting some of the January technologies like the research bonus. Finally off work, now to change out the uniform and catch a transit home. Nice. How long until I can... 40 days. Quite a while then, is what you're trying to tell me. Meanwhile, CNTFAI are pushing into the mountains over here, but that's going to be just a brutal grind, which I'm quite happy to let them do.
Go, go, go.
Alright, national resources have been invested in. We can prospect for oil, or explore the north. No, I think it is now time to get the Canadian broadcasting. A proposal has been put forward to expand the Canadian Radio Broadcasting Commission into a full-fledged national radio network called the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. This would help bring together a divided nation and limit the influence of potentially subversive foreign broadcasts. How go all the civil wars? They're going. Help, help, I'm being suppressed.
Listen up.
Are we in position yet? Yes, we are. Let's go ahead and spend a little bit of command power just so we can get the plan preps ready. And then we're going to hit the CSA harder than they ever expected to be hit. Kapow! See, I didn't actually want you attacking that
Keep on
position.
moving.
This is why I didn't want that line there. Alright, let's move you back
Taking
and tell
aim.
you to stop. There we go.
Ready, sir.
Here come the attacks. Alright, let's start making some ground. The more damage we can do to the CSA, the better. Because then I'm fairly happy for these two to just fight each other. As long as the CSA is gone, it's win-win. Has the South Africa Civil War kicked off? Not yet. And when it does, I'll have another 6 units to send them.
Orders.
Oh, hold
All
on.
in.
You're training normally, not fancy training. Whoops. And in fact, speaking of fancy training, what I would like to do is add field hospitals to all of these units. Can I afford that? Absolutely not. Do it anyway. And now we really need more motorized. So I think I'm going to do something along those lines. Complaints over labour camp conditions. The economic relief camps set up by the government have been a source of considerable criticism of late, mainly due to the low rate of pay received by the workers as well as their living conditions. The unemployed men working in the camps say they cannot earn enough money to return to their former lives and gain regular jobs, forcing them to remain in the camps indefinitely. Anger has been rising and there are demands for the government to do something about it. Time to shut them down, improve the conditions. Well, these men should be grateful that they have work at all. So, social conservatism is still 47%. Like, we are quite significantly higher than anyone else. I don't really want to lose construction speed. They should be grateful they have work at all. What do you think this is? A socialist utopia? Pfft. You need to work yourselves out of debt. Or whatever it is you've got yourself into. Why can't you just be rich? We could try improving conditions. Not those conditions. I meant... Oh, and we can also invest in somebody else. We wanted to invest in Australia. And we're going to do that now. Ah, we can do these. Why can't I do these? Oh, we actually need to research excavation. I had forgotten about that requirement. Okay. Where's what I'm looking for? Here. Legislate freedoms. Oh, we can't do it because we're over 50% stability already. Well, never mind then. Workers' rights? Please. This is Canada. Where the only workers' rights we have is your right to work.
Move out!
Why is there no music? Because it keeps on bugging out. It's on March of the Freaking Eagles again. Right, where is that? I want to block it. It's a cool tune, but it just breaks everything else. Should be playing. Right, you know what? I'm going to restart the game. Something is clearly bugged out. New DLC for Steel Division 2. I didn't even realise. What about the military factory decisions? Yeah, we could take those. Yes, we definitely could. Ethan, thank you very much for the follow, and Dr. Garblehauser, thank you very much for the follow as well. That's a great name. Oh no, Gablehauser, sorry, not Garble. Garblehauser would be cool too. But Dr. Gablehauser, cool name. So this tune that's playing now is the March of the Eagles one. And again, in case you didn't see the beginning of the previous stream, I really like this splash screen. The splash screen for the main game it's beautiful. I love it. There is a film called A Bridge Too Far, which has Sean Connery playing as General Urquhart, who was the commander of the 1st British Airborne in Operation Market Garden, and he looks just like that guy. There's definitely been a bit of a Sean Connery inspiration here for this chap over here, and I just really like this. This is just such a cool scene. Like, the artwork in Kaiserreich is always astonishing, but this is good. Also, there's a mod that adds like a ton of period and country appropriate music. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, unfortunately I can't use those because they are definitely copyright. And in fact, the China theme tune, when the China update came out, that was copyrighted. So every time I went to the main menu, I had to mute it, which was very annoying. And I really hope that this isn't copyright. I did ask the mod devs to stop doing that, please. If you want streamers to play your games, do not use copyrighted music. By the way, personal unions can't tag switch, so I have to release Muscovy for them to form Russia. I thought that might be the case. Yes, Arnhem, nice city. Osterbeek is where they are stationed. Where they were stationed. Yes, that is true. Alright, so you guys are attacking. We're actually getting a good amount of experience. I'm a little bit surprised we're being as effective against these guys as we are. Alright, so there goes the Ottoman War. Have we managed to push southeast? Yes, we have. Who in particular need to get over here? Rebellion in Yemen. The Welsh Creek caused tremendous damage to an already struggling Ottoman Empire. Large sections of the Arabian Peninsula were cut off from the Sublime Porte's rule for years due to the success of the Arab revolt. All the same, with the peace with honour, the Yemeni vilayet has to some extent been brought back into Ottoman rule. At least in theory.
Listen up. Move out. Come on, move out. Go, go, go. Ready, sir.
Ah, they fell into my trap, and it is magnificent. Russia took 8 states. Alash Order have been annexed. Alright then. Stop them reinforcing, please. Just go straight to Badajoz. Hungary has capitulated. Austria took 13 states. Mushriki declared war on the Ottoman Empire. Alright, we need to start counting. How many times is Mushriki Empire going to get capitulated? Illyria took 1 state, Galicia, Lodomeria took 1 state, and Hungary have been annexed. A bunch of the Ottoman, Austrian puppets took territory. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
You're going to try and cut me off. That's not very nice.
Commands.
And there is radio. We got the CBC. Prairie oil prospecting. I mean, the only thing we're importing right now is oil. So maybe we want to do that. There has been small-scale drilling in the prairie provinces of Alberta and Saskatchewan for some time. Perhaps there is more of this critical resource waiting for those who bother to look. Perhaps we might even be sitting on the fields of oil that would rival those of the United States. There's the cut-off, but it's not going to be a cut-off for long. As long as you get down here.
Fall in. Ready to move.
Oh dear.
Commands.
How the hell did that take you so long? Okay, I'm in trouble. You took way longer to get there than I expected.
Commands. Keep on attacking. Move out. Move out.
Panama asks for investment. Panama has asked for a generous sum of investment money, promising profits within a year. There is an obvious benefit to this, but our economy isn't perfect at the moment. Yeah, I will invest in you. Absolutely. Seems legit.
Orders.
Of course. Russia declared war on Georgia.
Taking cover.
Dear. We don't need to worry about that anymore.
Ready. Move out. Listen up. Ready, sir. Attention.
Meanwhile, how are things going over here? Over here things are going quite a lot better. We also have less space to get cut off, which is nice too. Speaking of cut-offs, I think what I want to do is narrow my offensive down a little bit.
Taking cover.
Like so.
Taking aim. Orders.
Alright, Sevilla and Madrid have now fallen. Oh, flipping hell. Need to take more though. Malaga?
Hands.
I guess.
Move out. Attention.
And there it is. Oh, we did win. Oh man. That was a little bit close there, guys. Please don't do that to me again. Oh boy. Okay, good. So, Kingdom of Spain has been defeated. It is now the Carlists versus the CNTFAI. Oh boy. And I think we basically just want to attack straight up here. Do something like this. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Alright, cool. By the way, bridge too far. Horrocks is also a consultant. That is why Fox wasn't bad as him. If you get the chance to read his book, Horrocks has a great life. Interesting. Can you dig for oil in Alaska? No, but you can dig for oil throughout the United States. Throughout Canada. Oh, and we can suppress again. We are suppressing St. Lawrence. And did we get... Yes, we have the... Oh, but I need the excavation technologies. Well, we have a bunch of things that we need to research.
Ready to move.
Is basically what that's telling me. Alright, logistics. 39 is the next one. I needed to get excavation, so we're going to grab excavation 1 and 2. The one thing which I will say about this, which is a little bit weird, is I think it should say rather, instead of just requires excavation 2, requires excavation 1 and 2, because you can just go straight to 2. Which doesn't make so much sense. For the ones that require, like, excavation 2, I think it should say requires 1 and 2. And then the one that requires 3 requires 1, 2, and 3.
Orders.
Alright, let's push them. We should be able to hit them pretty hard from the south. We're going to get a tiny cut-off. Not nearly the impressive cut-off. Oh no, yes we can. Yeah. Oh yes we can.
Ready.
As long as we pin all of this in that place. Ooh, we're even getting their tank division. Oh, damn it. They weren't there a second ago. Oi! Cheeky.
Go, go, go!
How are the air volunteers doing? I suspect pretty much unopposed. We haven't lost a single plane on that
Keep your
side.
distance.
And as for over here... yeah, fine. Although we're struggling with air coverage up here. We can only get the tactical bombers in. And even they, not actually in the fight. We need more air bases. The exiles at work. The British exiles have been hard at work in the Dominion of Canada, attempting to augment the country's industrial base with their capital and expertise. They've asked the Canadian government where they should focus their efforts. Civilian projects? Military. I want civilian, because civilian means more military long term. Right, and we were thinking about adding one of these, which I think we should. And we can direct the exiles again. And I think we're just going to keep saying more industry. No longer get the effects from investing. That's good. Means we have even more factories. We're up to 15. Prairie oil deposits done. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is queue up some more infrastructure projects. And I think we're going to do that in, say, Ottawa. Explore the north. There's even more. I think it's time to address the army. Yeah, I think so. The current Canadian Army is a strange mix of national militia surrounding a core of exiled British professionals. With war looming on the horizon, it's time to reorganise the Canadian Army into a unified fighting force, taking inspiration from the legacy of the Grand British Army and her achievements in the Great War. I like that the Federals are still holding out here, causing a bit of a thorn in the side of both of these guys. PSA! These guys are trapped! You should attack, you should attack, you should attack. Now they're just going to reconnect.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's irritating.
Move out.
See if I can get there in time. I doubt it.
Commands.
Noticed a little bit too late. Nicaragua have joined the Liberal Pact. The West Indies request gun shipments. The government of the West Indies has requested 100,000 rifles from the Great War as a means to raise an army of their own. As of now, the West Indies has trouble gaining considerable forces due to a limited training of their army and a lack of gun production, so our help in the matter would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, of course. Although our own gun supplies aren't exactly healthy. But they're not unhealthy either. Tank divisions. We're going to go ahead and deploy you now.
Commands.
Just start your training. I know you have shortages, but that's okay.
Attention.
Yes. Troops got there in time. Alright, we're good.
Keep on moving. Let's go.